Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah Muhammadin bin Abdullah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah alladhi ballaghana Ramadan. Nas'alullaha an yu'inana ala siyamihi wa qiyamihi wa yataqabbalahu minna. Amma ba'du, fassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We praise Allah and we thank Allah. And we ask Allah to pray on our noble Prophet Muhammad bin Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We praise Allah who reached us Ramadan. We ask Allah, may Allah help us for his fasting and standing up for Qiyamul Layl, for reciting the Quran and any kind of good worship, sincerity from our to Allah. So after that, we are here for the class of ruling of fasting or ruling of Ramadan. Some rule about Ramadan, but in Ramadan. So we are not here to say something new. We are not here to say something new. You never know it before. Just we are here to remind each other. So as Allah say, وَذَكِّرْ فَإِنَّ الذِّكْرَ تَنْفَعُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Allah say to his Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that to reminder benefit the believer. So therefore, Allah created us, created our father Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, and created his children and sent them down to the earth. Allah he say in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I did not create human and jinn except they worship me. They worship Allah. So this was enough to us to worship Allah, even Allah if we don't send any messenger, any prophet to us. But Allah said that I created you to worship me, only me. After all of that, Allah still sending the messenger and prophet to us all the time. From our father Adam alayhi salatu wasalam was prophet. So his child Shis was prophet Idris. Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam was first messenger. So from Nuh to the last one, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, 313 messenger Allah sent down. And about the prophet, 124,000 prophets Allah sent to the people. Why? All these number? Because to remind us. Therefore we are here, something to remind each other. So about some rule of Ramadan or some rule of fasting. It's not meaning that we come here to tell you something new. So Muslims have to study how to learn their religion. Before you do anything, you have to know what is the rule. As author of Kitab al-Akhbari say, على المكلف أن يعرف حكم الله فيما يفعل أو كما قال. So the adult, before you do anything, you have to know what is rule of Allah, what Allah say about this. So the first thing is one of pillar of Islam. One of pillar of Islam. So therefore, the fasting is important in Islam because Islam built it on 5 pillars, as the Prophet ﷺ said. One of them is fasting. Fasting is 4th or 5th. One of riwayah, fasting is 4th pillar of Islam. وصوم رمضان وحج بيت الله الحرام. But in another riwayah is 5th. وحج بيت الله الحرام وصوم رمضان. Anyway, is one of pillar of Islam. So before we do this very important pillar of Islam, we have to know what is it. We have to know it is rules. So therefore, in this class, every Yom al-Arbi'a, Wednesday, and Yom al-Khamis, Thursday, inshallah, until the end of Ramadan, we try to learn the rule of this pillar. As we say, Muslims have to learn about his religion, as the Prophet ﷺ say, طلب العلم فريضة على كل مسلم. Seeking knowledge is obligatory on each Muslim. And all Muslims have to study, have to learn his religion. So Allah said in Surah Al-Fatiha, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. So Allah talk about 3 kinds of people in these ayat in Surah Al-Fatiha. So Allah guide us to the straight path. Those people who you have favor on them. Allah mentioned them in Surah An-Nisa, أولئك الذين أنعم الله عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا. So the prophets and martyrs and right people. So those people, they are who Allah have favor on them. Allah have mercy on them. So we ask Allah to guide us to those people. No path the people who Allah have anger against them. Those people, they know, but they don't practice. They know, they don't practice. They are Jews and Yahud, and know the path of who they practice without any knowledge. So they practice their religion but no knowledge. So our point on this, all the time we recite, we repeat this one how many times? At least 17 times. 17 times daily. This at least. Maybe more than 50, more than 100, because how many rakah you will pray? And no rakah you pray, you will repeat this. Waladdallin. And you say Amin. So don't be someone asking Allah to protect him from something, and every time you still doing something. So you practice your religion without any knowledge. This is not something good. So therefore, we have to study something about fasting. So as we say from the beginning, we don't here to tell you something new, but just remind each other. As Allah say, وَذَكِّرْ فَإِنَّ الذِّكْرَ تَنْفَعُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. We ask Allah, may Allah make all of us among the believer. So what is the fasting? Fasting, as-sawm, is Arabic word. When Arab people say fast, as-sawm, they mean to hold yourself, abstaining So, but in Sharia, fasting in Sharia, in Islam, to hold yourself from eating and drinking and sexual activity from downtime until sunset. So, Islamically, there are two dawns: Fajr Fajran, Fajr Sadiq, wal Fajr al Kadhib. So, two dawn and first dawn. So, first dawn come first. The first dawn come first. When it comes, the light is long on in the east, but true dawn it come later, and his light is white, is big, is wide. So after that, so the sun rise. So from that time, the fasting start from this point until sunset. When sunset, so you have to break your fasting. So نتم الصيام إلى الليل night start by sunset. Sunset immediately you have to break your fasting. This is sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Prophet say, لا يزال الناس بخير ما عجل الفطر. So the people they are still fast. They are break their fasting early. So this is sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was do like this because the Jews al-Yahud they don't break their fasting early. They wait until dark come. They wait until dark come. They don't break their fasting until they see the stars. When they see the stars, they break their fasting. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, any worship, what the people do, like Yahud or Mushrikun or the Christian, when they do something and Prophet do something, Prophet make difference between him and them. So they don't fast early, but Islamically, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was fasting early. When sun set, immediately he break his fasting. So fasting time start from downtime. So we say downtime is the downlight, white downlight in the east. If we don't know that, because we are living in the city, there are so many lights. Not many people can have difference between the light of the lamps and the light of dawn. Not many people know that. So, if you don't know that, there are some people, some ulama make apps. So you have to work with the apps and follow the apps. When your app say downtown start, you have to stop eating and drinking and any kind of sexual activity from that point until sunset, because yourself you don't know by yourself downtime. So the people who know, they tell you this time is downtown time start. Like app, there are many app. So but I think the good one is a app called Al Adhan, an app Muslim Pro. So all this app is very good for the time of prayer and for time of beginning of fasting and end of fasting. So make sure and follow those up if you don't know time downtime by yourself. So rule of fasting in Islam. Fasting is obligatory in Islam. All ulama they agree with that. No difference between ulama that fasting is obligatory on all Muslim, anyone. So don't fast without any reason. So he commit big sins. He commit big sins. So the reason can make the person live fasting is like if someone is traveling, or someone is sick, or someone is very old, so old people, so he cannot fasting. So Allah give permission to them to break their fasting. They can eat and can drink during the Ramadan. Or if our sisters, they are in the prayer time, so they can stop fasting too. But if not, those reason is not allowed to anyone, Muslim, baligh, adult, so to live fasting during Ramadan. So there are many benefits of the fasting. One say some of them is enough to us that Allah say in Hadith al-Qudsi that all worship, all action, all activity of children of Adam is for himself. If you pray for yourself. If you recite the Quran, all this for yourself. Any kind of activity of worship, Allah say all is for you, except fasting. Allah say fasting is for me. Fasting is for Allah. Allah say other activity, other worship, Allah pay them 1/10. If you pray once, Allah will pay you 10 times. So we will get that when the Prophet ﷺ went to Allah in heaven to take a 5 prayer. Allah gave him 50 time of prayer daily, 50. But when he come back, so Musa asked him, how many prayer time Allah gave you? The Prophet ﷺ told to Musa, Allah gave me 50 time prayers daily. Musa said, oh, this is too much. So my people, they are stronger than your people. My people, they were not able to do that. So go Allah ask him discount. So Prophet ﷺ went back to Allah, asked him discount. Allah told him, I discount 5. So now your ummah, your nation, your people have to pray daily 45 times. So Prophet ﷺ back to Musa again. Musa asked him, he said, oh Allah discount for me 5. So now we do 45. So Musa say 45 is so much. Go to Allah and ask him discount again. So Prophet still going between Musa and Allah. So until Allah make discount until 5 prayer. So this 5 prayer, until this 5 prayer, Prophet when he come to Musa, Musa still saying to him, no, go to Allah and ask him discount. 5 is too much, because my people was praying twice, morning and evening, but they still don't able to perform that prayer. So go ask Allah discount. Prophet says, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I am shy, I cannot go this time. So Prophet say to Musa, I am shy, I cannot go Allah to make discount. So Allah say, you see, these 5, anyone do this 5 prayer, I will pay him 50. The first 50 I made obligatory to you, you and your ummah. So if anyone pay this 5 prayer, I will pay him 50. So Allah say, Man jaa bil hasanati falahu ashru amthaliha. Or another qira'ah, falahu ashrun amthaluha. anyone do one good deed, Allah will pay him multiple 10 times. So in the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ say, Allah make the good deed, Allah write the good deed, and anyone have intention to do something good, and he did, Allah will pay him 10 reward. But if I have an intention, he want to do, but he don't do, Allah will pay him 1. So this meaning, all the good deed, Allah will pay you 10 times, except fasting. Fasting, Allah say, As-Sawmu li, the fasting is from me. Wa ana ajzi bihi, I will pay you. When Allah says I'll pay you, He will give you blank check. So He will give you the check, no write down any number, and tell you what number you want. Go write down. If the boss, so milliardaire, give you the blank check, he sign and give you the blank check. So what amount you like, go take. So this is not someone he work and he take his check, so 2,000 or even 3,000 weekly. It's not like this. Your work, after you work, he say, I give you blank check. How much you like, yourself write down and go take from the bank. So the fasting is to look like that from the order worship. Allah say, As-Sawmu li wa ana ajzi bihi. Allah will give you without account, without counting بغير حساب, because order, Allah say will pay them by 10. If you do one good, Allah pay you 10 times. But the fasting is more than that. So this hadith is enough for us, the benefit of the fasting. And Prophet ﷺ also said, As-Sawmu Junnah. So the fasting is protection between you and hellfire. As-Sawmu Junnah is protection between you and hellfire. Prophet ﷺ say, anyone fast one day for Allah, only one day, Allah will make 70 years distance, 70 years distance between you and hellfire. 70 years, how many miles? Is a lot. It's very long miles, so Allah will make that between you and hellfire. So this meaning, every day you fast, you will be very far from hellfire. You fast, you'll be very far, 70 years from the hellfire. So if you fast sincerely for Allah, you never enter hellfire. We ask Allah, may Allah make our fasting like this. So from the benefit of the fasting too, so fasting give us the fear in Allah, التقوى. As Allah said, كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم. You believe Allah make the fasting, Allah made the fasting obligatory on you as His obligatory on the people before you. We are not first ummah, we are not first nation who do fasting. There are ummah before us was doing the fasting. Even they was doing the fasting in other month. Allah did not tell that to us. We don't know. But for us, Allah say Ramadan. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان فمن شهد منكم الشهر meaning الرمضان فمن شهد منكم الشهر so this meaning what is past is Ramadan. فمن شهد منكم الأحد للأحد فمن شهد منكم الشهر بمعنى شهر رمضان فليصم. So Ramadan, who is the obligatory on us, but the others, we don't know which month they were fasting. We don't know which month he was fasting, but for us is Ramadan. And the Prophet ﷺ say, Buniyya al-Islam ala khams, and he say, Sawm Ramadan. He mentioned Ramadan. No, not any month you like. As nowadays we say, some people, when it's hot, they say we want to push Ramadan to another time. This thing is not something good. So Ramadan is the name Ramadan in Arabic language is meaning the very hot time, because when they naming the month in Arabic, the Ramadan time was coming like summertime, very hot time. So, but they were still fasting. Even the Prophet ﷺ, when he was going to Mecca to make it Islamic city, Fatih Mecca, in year of 8 of Hijrah, Prophet ﷺ, it was very hot, but some of people, they're still fasting. So nowadays, when there are some hot, some people come and say, so we want to push Ramadan in another month because this month now is hot. So even is hot, you have to you still have to fast it. Don't live because it's hot. So as Allah said, this is disbelief. So to change the month of Allah, this month we want change to by month. So this is not something acceptable in Islam. So, and from the benefit of fasting, that he take shaitan away from you. Prophet ﷺ say, when Ramadan come, so the first day of Ramadan, the shayateen, jobless, so will put on the chain, and doors of paradise all will be open widely, and doors of hellfire will close. So these all benefit of the fasting to help us to hold ourselves from evil, from the bad deed, and push us to do only good deed. So fasting of Ramadan become obligatory on Muslim, and the year two after Prophet immigration from Mecca to Medina. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah sent him to us. He was in Mecca because he was born in Mecca and grew up in Mecca until he became 40 years. So after 40 years, Allah sent him Jibril. He became prophet, and after he became messenger. So he stayed in Mecca 13 years. 13 years in Mecca. So after that, he did immigration to Medina. So in immigration, next year of immigration, year number 2, so fasting of Ramadan become obligatory on Muslim. Prophet himself, he fast 9 Ramadans. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he fast 9 Ramadan. So Ramadan, how we know that Ramadan start? Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, you have to start fasting Ramadan by sight of crescent of moon. When you sight the moon, you have to start fasting. Or after completing month of Sha'ban, 30 days. When the month of Sha'ban is complete, 30 days, you have to start fasting of Ramadan. So, but about the calculation, what nowadays the people do, from the beginning of year, Ramadan is month number 9. From the beginning, from the Muharram, they do calculation that this Ramadan will become this day. This is bid'ah. So this against the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Against this hadith, sumu liruyatihi wa aftiru liruyatihi. So we have to wait. When they set the moon, we start fasting. No, before the month, 9 months or not before 9 months or 8 months. So we do calculation that this month complete 29 days, 30 days, 29 days, 30 until we come and we say Ramadan will start this day. This is not acceptable Islamically. We have to wait and sight the moon, then we start fasting of Ramadan. That is Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Or if we don't sight the moon, we complete Shaban, month of Shaban, 30 days, then next day is Ramadan, because Islamic month never 31, only 29 or 30. 29 or 30. So now we go to the rule. Before that, so we have to prepare for the Ramadan. Before Ramadan, we have to prepare for it by ourselves, and to make sure we are away from ourselves, to make tawbah, to make more istighfar before the Ramadan and start Ramadan. So by clear heart, so and good intention that the fasting we do only for Allah, no anyone else. Because the fasting, as we say, do that only for Allah. Allah said, fasting for me. Because someone, he say to the people, I am fasting, but he can go some way and hide himself and eat or drink some water or drink something or do something, break his fasting. No one knows except Allah. So when someone fasts, so he fasts only for Allah. So the rule, fasting of Ramadan is obligatory to who? We say fasting of Ramadan become obligatory on adults who have good mind, and he's not in the traveling, he stay in the city. He's not in traveling, he stay in the city or in his town, and he's able to fasting, and he's is away from anything can prevent him from fasting. This for our sisters who maybe can be in a period time or after give the breath, so it's not allowed for them to fasting in that situation. So now they still have some people, they say, why the ulama prevent the sisters to do fasting while period time. So the Sahabiyat, our mother Aisha radiallahu anha, and other Sahabiyat, they was hold themselves from the fasting while they are in the period time. So, and the Prophet was there. If they can do the fasting while period time, so the Prophet ﷺ will tell them they can do the fasting. So some of people, the fasting is not obligatory on them, but if they fast, it's acceptable to fast. like the children who is at 10 years or 9 years or 11 years, no adult, if they do fasting, is okay to them. But if the female in the period of time is not acceptable to do fasting, so if she did the fasting in that period, so she disobey Allah and disobey His Prophet sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. But the children, we have to recommend them to fasting sometime, to training them, so to do the fasting before they become adult, because if they don't training before that day, when they become adult, maybe they will refuse. No, I cannot, because I cannot hold myself for this long time without eating. But if we were training them, so when they become adult, it will be very easy for them to do fasting. So, and we say fasting is obligatory on the Muslim. So if this believer fast, so this is not accept from it, because before this believer fast, we ask him to become Muslim yet. You have be Muslim yet, then you start fasting. So if someone is crazy people fast, so this while he's crazy, not acceptable. But if someone, sometime his mind come to him, sometimes he's crazy, sometimes his mind come to him, so when his mind reach him, so his mental is okay, the time his mental is okay, so he can do a fasting. But if the mental is not okay, mental is away from him, he is not allowed to fast, because Prophet ﷺ said, "Rufi al-qalamu an thalath." So there are 3 people, so the angels then no write down on them. So Prophet ﷺ mentioned from those people, the crazy, who are crazy, so who have mental problem, who don't have good mental, so it's not obligatory to him to fast. For them, the rule of fasting, anyone die during the Ramadan. So some people die during the Ramadan, so those people is not obligatory to his parent or his people to fast behalf him. So because some people can die with the credit of fasting. So like someone, he was sick during the Ramadan, but after Ramadan he become healthy, he don't pay until death come to him, he died. So this person, so he have to pay this fasting. If he died before he fast, his people, can be his parent or his children or his wife or his husband, do that fasting behalf him. But the ulama say if this happened during the Ramadan, so he was fasting the Ramadan, like today we are Ramadan 5th, we fast today, 5th Ramadan. If someone die tomorrow, so you don't say this his parent, his people fast the rest of Ramadan behalf him, because this day he was not there in that time. And anyone he was not know that Ramadan is obligatory to fast, like no Muslim. He became Muslim, he was studying Islam, but he never know that Ramadan is obligatory to fast. So he was eating, he was drinking during day of Ramadan. He never know. So Jumhur of ulama, they say these have reasonable, so have to study yet, and when he know that is Ramadan is obligatory to fast, he start fasting and have to ask the people and about his religion. Therefore, from the beginning, we say, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, "Talabul ilmi farida ala kulli Muslim." Seeking for knowledge is obligatory for all Muslims. While become Muslim, you have to study. So, Islam is on 5 pillars. These 5 pillars, Ramadan is 4th or 5th. In one hadith, become 4th, and another is 5th. So, have know that. But in case if you don't know, so we don't say this person have to pay what he does because he was not know that. So, Siyam Musafir. So, the person who is traveling, the person who is in the travel. So, Allah to him, Allah give him favor that he can break his fasting while he traveling. So, this meaning he can leave fasting but have condition for traveling. The traveling must be, the people know that this person is travel. No ever traveling, ulama, they don't accept that someone go some city and come back same day. This is not traveling. So, to be traveling, you have to stay there at least 1 day. And the distance, they don't agree on one distance. Some of them say like 40 miles or 60 miles. But the traveling, when the people know that this is traveling, you can break your fasting. When you start breaking your fasting, when you leave the city, when you leave last building of the city, from that point you can break your fasting, because from that point Islamically you start traveling. Before that you are in your home. I will travel today to somewhere, so you don't eat breakfast after Fajr that saying I will travel. You have to wait until you leave last building of your city, then your traveling is started. And when you reach, you arrive your destination, so maximum is 3 days or 4 days. Some ulama say maximum 3 days you stay, maximum 3 days. After 3 days, you are not on traveling, you are in muqim, you are someone stay. So you have to fast. This meaning, the day you leave, the day you leave and day you return, not count the day you leave and the day you arrive and day you leave from your traveling, not count. For the ulama who say is 3 days maximum, but some ulama say 4 days, but they count the day you arrive and day you leave. So if it's more than 4 days, you have to fast. And you have to complete your salah for rakat, for zuhur and asr and isha. So these have limit. This measure of ulama on that. But some ulama still, so you can, while you are in the traveling, you can still pray too, but this is not authentic one. Have limit 3 days or maximum 4 days to leave fasting or to complete your prayer while you are in traveling. So to leave the fasting while traveling is not neither this traveling is difficult, I will have difficulty or not, because some people say, oh, I'm traveling on my car might have air condition, I am okay, even if I fast, I don't have any difficulty, or I will travel on airplane. So while you are traveling, it's not matter to those things. It's allowed to you to break your fasting if you want. The Prophet ﷺ is something favor from Allah to us. Anyone take it, Alhamdulillah. So if anyone want fast, فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْهِ is okay for him, no sense on him while he's fasting and traveling. So we still and travel and fasting and traveling. If you travel in the airplane, so you fast your traveling before the airplane take off, you break your fasting. Then few minutes airplane take off, so you see the sun again. So nothing bad for you, you okay, because your fasting was complete already. Because this happens sometimes, like your flight is 5:50. Now today we break our fast 5:46 or 47. So you break your fasting 5:46 or 47 and 3 minutes. So your flight take off 5:50. So when the flight take off, later you see the sun. So your this day is complete already. Nothing for you. You don't have to pay this day again, and your fasting was complete. So this is a rule for the people who did fasting while traveling. And another rule, who start fasting, he start fasting and during the daytime he travel. So it's allowed to him to break his fasting because traveling is allowed. It's not obligatory to him to complete the fasting because he start. Even he start already, if he wants, while the traveling come to him, he can break his fasting. So for the time, inshallah, we stop here, and tomorrow we'll continue to the rule of fasting or rule of Ramadan. Tomorrow we'll continue, inshallah. Stop here for the azan and pray. Wallahu a'lam. Sallallahu sallim ala nabiyyina wa habibina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.